On a quiet April night in 1912, the ocean was flat, the sky was moonless, and the largest ship on Earth was racing through the dark at full speed. Titanic was advertised as unsinkable. What no one knew was that the real danger wasn't the iceberg. The real danger was human arrogance. Titanic was more than a ship. It was the pride of an empire, a floating palace built to dominate the North Atlantic. 11 decks high, nearly 900 feet long, equipped with electric elevators, swimming pools, and a wireless radio. But beneath the luxury was a brutal truth. The ship carried only half the lifeboats it needed. The reason was simple and stupid. White Star Line wanted a clean, open deck for first-class passengers to enjoy the view. Lifeboats would ruin the aesthetic, so they installed only 20, enough for 1,178 people on a ship carrying over 2,200. On April 10, 1912, Titanic left Southampton. Crowds cheered, cameras rolled, but even on day one there were warnings. Coal bunker fires burned inside the hull. Yes, fires. The crew tried to hide them. They shoveled coal to control the flames. They reduced pressure on the steel plates, but the structure was already weakened. 4 days later, the ocean near Newfoundland was filled with ice. Multiple ships radioed warnings. SS Californian, Masaba, Baltic, all sent messages saying the same thing. Heavy ice ahead. Titanic received them. Titanic ignored them. Captain Smith continued full speed. Why? Because White Star Line wanted a record. Arrive in New York faster. Impress the world. The risk did not matter. At 11:40 p.m., the lookouts spotted it. A massive iceberg dead ahead. They rang the bell. They shouted the warning. But without binoculars, they saw it too late. Titanic turned, but not enough. The iceberg scraped along the hull, slicing open 5 compartments. Titanic could survive 4 flooded compartments, not 5. Water began pouring in faster than pumps could handle. The ship was doomed from the moment it made contact. Inside the ship, confusion spread. Officers gave conflicting orders. Many passengers were told nothing was wrong. Some were told to return to their rooms. The band kept playing to avoid panic. Then came the worst disaster decision of the night. The crew started lowering lifeboats half empty. Lifeboats that could hold 65 people were leaving with 20, some with 12, one with only 5. Meanwhile, Titanic's wireless operators sent frantic signals into the night. CQD, SOS, come quick. The nearest ship was the Californian, only a few miles away, close enough to save hundreds. But their radio operator was asleep. Nobody heard Titanic's cries. 15 minutes after midnight, the bow dipped. People felt the tilt. Dishes slid. Water rushed through the grand staircase. Panic finally exploded. Families were separated. Crew lost control. The cold was beyond imagination. Below freezing, touching the water meant death in minutes. At 2:18 a.m., Titanic's lights flickered, then shut down. The stern rose high, almost vertical. Steel groaned. Rivets snapped, and then the unthinkable happened. The ship split in half. The bow disappeared into the dark. The stern hung there for a moment, filled with screaming passengers, before it too collapsed and plunged downwards. In less than 3 hours, the greatest ship ever built was gone. Over 1,500 people died, not because the iceberg was unstoppable, but because every layer of human decision was wrong. Too much speed, too few lifeboats, ignored warnings, a weakened hull, and total panic during evacuation. The survivors were found hours later by the ship Carpathia, hypothermic, silent, staring into nothing. They had witnessed the failure of engineering, leadership, and arrogance. Titanic did not sink because of nature. Titanic sank because people believed it couldn't.